The NC500 as a contender, and it's here in Wales. Instagram is telling us that this place is the best place to go for a road trip, even better than the legendary NC500. So far we've done 242 miles driving around the south of Wales, and in today's episode we'll be driving several hundred miles more trying to find out if it really is better than the NC500. So we'll be heading up through the Hafren Forest, through Snowdonia, and to a campsite that might just be the highlight of the entire trip, before driving all the way back down through the middle of Wales. Let's go! Day 4 of our journey started at Wild Meadow Campsite. Good morning everyone. Today is not best weather, to be honest. It's a bit rainy, cloudy, etc. So we're just deciding what we're going to do, to be honest. I don't know whether to go into Hafren Forest as per the original plan, or kick around a little bit more around here because the beaches are awesome. And the guy who owns this campsite, what we're on, he said that there's a bay where you can go out and you kayak or whatever, and you can be like surrounded by dolphins. Apparently it's one of the biggest populations of dolphins in Europe, so that could be cool, but the weather's just not on our side, so we'll see what the wife wants to do, because that will ultimately decide whether we go or not. So yeah, this campsite's cool though. It's called Wild Meadow Camping. The toilets are banging, as you can see on this video here. We've got electric for the night, and it was 22 quid, which is also banging. It's not very big. It's probably about, I don't know, 10 pitches I think for campers or tents. Then you've got a couple of bell tents, a couple of glamping pods. But yeah, the bloke's sound as well who runs it, so it's really cool. I'll put some obviously stuff down in the description below for you, like a link and stuff to this place, but it's cool. I like it. If the weather was better today, like yesterday and the day before, it'd be even sicker, but it's not, so we'll make the best of it, and we'll be on the road soon. We're gonna have some breakfast and then we'll be away. So far on leg 1 of this trip, the NC500 was definitely leading the way against Wales, so I was really hoping that Wales was going to make a comeback. Right then, where are we off?
Hafren Forest.
Okay. Right then team, we are going to show you a couple of beaches around this area before we set off to Hafren Forest to do what is supposed to be an amazing walk around an ancient forest. So we're going to check out one that the guy told us about first. Not quite sure how to find it because we can't remember the name of it, so that should be a bit funny. And then we're going to go to New Quay, which is not in Cornwall, it's actually in Wales, but it's just called the same thing but with a space. So we're going to check that out as well. We'll probably check back in with you when we eventually find something. So we got to the post office, which he mentioned, and he said something about turning right, so now we're trying to remember whether he meant turn right as if we were driving there from his place, or whether we should have turned right when we were driving to his place when we turned left. Clearly at this point I had no idea if I was even going the right way. It looks like on the sat nav that this road goes all the way down to the seafront, which would be awesome. Right then, we're at this place called Clandrig. I mean, there's no way, right, wait till you see this beach here, there's no way that we're going out here on a kayak, I'll tell you that. And the wife's got a bad back, but wait till you see this beach, there's no way on earth, yeah, you're going out of here on a kayak, because, well, you'll see, and you'll see, you'll understand.
This was a kayaking place. Extreme kayaking.
Right, just think kayaks and what I'm about to show you. Right then, ready for this? Look at that. So, look at these swells out here. Just managed to get a picture of one of them smashing against the rocks. I'll put it in the thing here. But yeah, it's mad down here. It's now started to piss it down. So stormy, 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 but I think that's going to make these waves even more epic. These are mad. See, proper gentleman giving the wife the coat because it started pissing it down. I'm going to regret that decision in about 30 seconds time.
I have just straightened my hair.
And she has just straightened her hair, so got to be a good boy. In trying to escape from the rain, we found this sick little cafe called Tan or something like that. I'm totally butchering the Welsh language. They do some awesome pizzas in here, and I didn't get one, but this guy here, he did, and it looked amazing. The coffees were good, and Sally shows me that the pastry was also pretty good. So all in all, a good little find. Coffees were really nice in there. The only thing that let it down, and it's not their fault, is some like really rude customers, man. They're like, we got up to go pay, like, well, I didn't even get up, I just went over with my phone so Sal could pay, and then they jumped in the seats, which is bang rude, if you ask me. And then when we got up to leave, we barely even stood up and they're like pushing into our seats. I mean, come on guys. You know, I get it, it's a small place, but there's no need to be rude. So we're now going to head up to New Quay when the wife gets in the van. There she is. Hiya! Yeah, and then after that we're going to head to Hafren Forest. Hopefully we get there in time to do the little bit of a hike around.
Did you show this right there?
And here's the SpongeBob stone.
Here's my SpongeBob... Here's my SpongeBob stone that I found at... What beach was this from? Near Broadhaven anyway.
Stole from the beach.
I don't know if you're allowed to take these, but I did. Mum did say that maybe they were there so they could carry on the journey if people take them.
That sounds like an excuse to steal it to me. Getting out of this place to head to New Quay proved a little bit more difficult than you might think. I don't know how this is going to work. It's not an easy drive out of this little thing. These turns are tight. Check this out. Look how tight they are.
Oh shit. Let's go.
I'm going to park here for a minute, I think, until I figure this out. And we've done it. Not gonna lie guys, I had a real bad feeling we weren't gonna get up that hill then and we were gonna get stuck on that hairpin corner, but luckily there's a little bit of a space where we managed to sort of like turn it around and get it level, and now we should have a clear run up the hill. Hopefully, no more wheel spins. There's a little bit of a hint of the sun coming out. Hopefully it comes out by the time we get to New Quay. It's about half an hour drive from that Clandrannog, or however you say that. It's about half an hour from that anyway. So yeah, we'll be there in 18 minutes and hopefully the sun comes out to play. Okay, so this is New Quay. And again, tight roads, up hills, and yeah, maybe I'm going to get stuck again like we did in the last little place. But I think there's a car park at the bottom of this hill. The sea looks a bit calmer, a lot calmer here in fact. And there's like loads of boats around. There's obviously a harbour here with it being New Quay. Kind of makes sense, right? Oh wow, these roads.
Oh, this is where we said about the dolphins.
Yeah, so you can get a dolphin boat trip from here. It takes you out for an hour or two, I think he said. And you can go see the dolphins if you want. And the sea does look a hella calm around this way, so it must have just been that bay where it was just absolutely wild.
I feel like that might be worth a little wander. Down to Abbera.
It's well busy here, as you can see. Literally people everywhere just walking in the middle of the road, literally don't care. This is like the Padstow of South Wales, I reckon. It's just like chocker everywhere. And you can't move, it's hard to park. And yeah, it's well popular, So it must be good, I guess. And weirdly, everybody's eating Cornish pasties as well, which is a bit weird. Okay, we're gonna take a little walk down to the harbour, next to the boats. And it's just absolutely rammed. Right, I'll show you on the harbour now. Let's see how many people there is. So there is a little beach just down there next to the harbour as well. It's proper sandy actually. It looks like it could be quite nice in decent weather, but it is so busy, man. It's so busy. Obviously the beach is not so busy, but that harbour there is just packed full of people. The town square's, well, it's not a square, but the town little bit there is just full of people as well. It's definitely the Padstow of South Wales, 100%. I think the guy from the campsite said about Lime and Crab being the best fish and chip shop in this little town, so I might go grab a fish and see whether he was telling the truth or not. It looks pretty busy, so I'm guessing that might be the case. I think there's a big queue just to get in. So I got myself a fish. It was 11 quid with a little tub of mayo. Apparently the best fish and chips that you can get in New Quay. So let's see if it's any good, shall we? It's quite big, if I can open the box. Right, let's break a bit of this off. Oh, it's a bit rubbery there. Right, let's see. Not bad though.
Is it not?
Okay, so the best fish in New Quay, sorry, I keep saying that like I'm in Cornwall, but the best fish in New Quay was alright, but you know what it is, I just don't think that places get the batter right. It's always like, I don't know, a bit hard, you know? I just think maybe it's Yorkshire batter. Maybe that's the thing and they can't make Yorkshire batter and I'm just accustomed to that. But it was alright, £11 for one fish does seem quite steep, but I don't know, you are by the sea and here you are in a tourist place. But yeah, worth it or no, don't know. What have you been doing?
Well, today's shopping haul is a little bit different because I have it on me today.
Oh dear.
I've got this cat body paint which will last for at least a week, she said. £11.
Okay then. Made the road trip for you then. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to carry on the coast road. And this guy wants my parking space, so I'm going to get out of here. But we're going to carry on the coast road until we get to Aberystwyth, and then we're going to cut inland to get to the Hafren Forest. We drove the next 23 miles up to Aberystwyth, but we chose not to hang about here because it wasn't really doing it for us. It was too big a place, a really massive town, and that's not really our vibe. So once we got there, we turned right to enter the Hafren Forest. If you turn right at Aberystwyth and drive on, you end up in what I expected the Wales road trip to look like. We're out in the mountains and the views are starting to get really good, which is a bit more NC500. So maybe Wales is making a comeback because the NC500 has been battering it. So maybe, just maybe, we're on the comeback trail.
I have found tonight's campsite, because that seems to be what I'm in charge of on this trip. Cold air, dark night, warm fire, bright stars. This campsite is in the middle of the Red Kite country in the Cambrian Mountains. Back to basics camping, just what we like. This one's £12, I think that's quite a bargain, and I think if you want electric it's only £15, so that's quite good. And did say you definitely got a signal here, like 4G or like, you know, whatever good signal, so that's quite good. I think it's free Wi-Fi actually. So yeah, we're looking forward to that one.
Right guys, a little impromptu stop because look at this. This is mad. Just outside the road, there's a nice little park up just over here. Little bench. Look at that vista down there. And look at that one, that is sick. Thought that was definitely worth a little stop at the side of the road. So we just saw a little bit of that reservoir before and it was only tiny, but now it's absolutely huge. Okay guys, this is the campsite for tonight. We are just off the A470 somewhere, which I think is going to be the main route on the way back home, which we're going to cover over 2 days. It goes over Snowdon, or Snowdonia at least. So I'll have a little look around the campsite, see what there is, but quite a few vans here, or caravans should I say, but it's like virtually in the middle of nowhere. There is a pub just down the road and a post office store. It's about a mile and a half. So yeah, let's just have a little wander about. There's our Sam. He's doing well on this trip. Living the dream. We're just setting up for the night, chilling, put a bit of telly on, ready for tomorrow, which hopefully Wales starts to pull its weight in this road trip game, because up until today you're just like Cornwall. So I suppose that's one thing actually, it's quite varied, isn't it?
100% varied, yeah.
You know, there's lots of different stuff. You've got like all the beaches, and now we're in like the forest sort of area, and then soon we're going to be in mountains, so it is actually quite varied, which is a plus point. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow guys, bright and early. Morning everybody, it's day 5 of the road trip and I'm ready for this brew before we head back to Hafren Forest to do the 2-hour loop and then we'll jump in the van and head up through Snowdonia, which I'm super excited about. So I reckon we've probably done about 300 miles so far. I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure it out and I'll put the answer here for you, because I didn't record my mileage when I set off, so not 100% sure. And I reckon we've probably got about, I don't know, another 300 to go, because we've got to drive all the way up through Snowdonia to Quay, to what I think might be the best campsite in all of Wales. And then we've got to come all the way back down through Snowdonia on a separate route, and then all the way back down to where we are from, which is Bristol. So quite a distance to go. So I reckon it's at least another 300. So in fairness, it's probably longer than the NC500, or at this particular route that we've done is longer than the NC500. I'm sure there's a bunch of other routes that you can do in Wales that are around the same or even less. On research, there's quite a few nice roads to drive, but it's just figuring those out, because it's not like a signposted loop like them. If you do the NC500, you can pick up the signs for the NC500 and you can follow it around, but you can't really do that on this. You just got to like figure it out and, you know, plot the route yourself on your maps. So it's been good though so far, and I'm really looking forward to the next few days, because this is the bit I've been waiting for. Sod the beach, it's all about the forest and the mountains for me. Right, you know it. Oh, wasp is back. He's in your hair, he loves it. He's on your head. He's literally around your hair. Just run away. Run away. What were you saying?
I was going to say, hiker style activated, the T-Rex are on, or whatever you call these.
Yeah.
Adidas T-Rex, you know it's going to be a rainy day when these are out, ready for the big hike in the forest.
Let's go. We actually visited the Hafren Forest yesterday, but this is what we were greeted with. Okay, so we've just arrived at Hafren Forest to go on a walk, and you can probably hear the rain. Check this out. Shit! Yeah, that is, so seriously, I've got the door slightly ajar and I'm getting soaked. Oh my God. That's typical, that's just our luck, that is it, absolutely bouncing it down. So we might have to come back here tomorrow. Right, so we're now at the Hafren Forest again, and I don't know what it is about this place, but I think it's taking the mick out of us, because look at this. Raining again. And like, you know, it's actually properly raining. It's not, you know, it's not bouncing it down like it was yesterday, but it's raining far too much and we are going to get absolutely drenched. So I don't know if we're swerving this at the moment. So it looks like the rain's stopping soon. So we're probably going to chill in the van for half an hour and then make a run for it or a walk for it. But yeah, we're going to see what happens in the next half an hour.
Walk in the rain.
Hopefully the weather forecast is correct. I'm not walking in this rain, are you mad? Okay, we've got a window of opportunity. Let's go and get into this bloody forest before it starts pissing it down again. I think we might just have to do the yellow route though, because, you know, we've got to get to Quay, so... Okay, it's a bit dark down here, but we've decided we're going to do the blue route, which is a 2-hour route. Obviously, hiking mode fully activated, got my waterproofs on, and we're ready to go. I hope it's worth it, because if it's not, I'll be absolutely fuming, because we've driven back here for a second day as well, so it better be good.
Right, we've decided we're going to do the blue route because we are not pussies, was my actual words. So let's go do it. I need to actually get my hood out of this thing because I'm actually about to get piss wet through.
So I'm assuming that this here is like the River Severn before it starts getting massive, and it's just because obviously you can walk to the source of the River Severn on here. So if anybody knows anything different to that, who actually does know the answer, let me know in the comments. I'm sure it's on a board somewhere around here as well, but I can't bother to read it. But yeah, I'm just going to say it's the River Severn. But yeah, quite picturesque, I can imagine. On a nice sunny day, it's even better.
Right, we're only about 5 minutes or so into this walk, the blue one, and it's already a lot more dramatic, more fun. Feels like you're more in the depths of the forest. So far, I think we picked a good route.
Obviously, when you see Hafren Forest on Instagram and whatever, you always see that boardwalk bit, but we've just come through like a bit of a trail through the actual woods, and now we're on like a proper path, really. Hopefully we're heading back into the forest, but we're just going down the side of the river. The path kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it's very walkable, isn't it?
It's totally walkable. Like, there was one bit back there which was like a bit of an uphilly bit, so I think, you know, if you're like, I don't know, in a wheelchair or something, or a mobility scooter, you're obviously not going to get up there. So as Hal just said, you don't need walking boots to do this, and that is 1,000,000% correct. I mean, at the minute I've just got a pair of gym trainers on, to be honest, so I think it'll be totally fine. Hopefully it gets a bit more sort of interesting now inside the forest again, because I'm out in the open here and I want to be in the forest.
I'm sorry, but this is a beautiful forest walk, you've got to say. Like, this is 100% worth the stop, I think.
Look at the views out there, look. Mad.
Yeah, I just like love how there's like just Christmas trees randomly growing everywhere. Like, they're everywhere along the sides of the banks of the stream, like full in the forest, like little baby ones. I love Christmas trees. This makes it so magical.
Love Christmas trees.
This is like something out of a fairy tale, personally, for me. Like when you just walked over that little bridge, which is about, what, maybe 20 minutes into the walk, or the blue walk, you get to this little bridge and there's two little streams either side with a mini waterfall, and it's like, yeah, very fairy tale-esque. If you haven't been here, please come, because you will definitely like it. Now that is a good Christmas tree.
That is a big old Christmas tree.
Let's get that
I'm just going to go out there for scale.
I don't know what's underneath here.
I know, yeah, you don't want to be falling in the bog.
Yeah. I don't know.
Looks like it should be, in fact that one looks like it should be in Times Square.
I literally can't see anything.
Or whatever it is, the Rockefeller Centre Christmas tree, that one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. Literally couldn't see a thing in that grass. It was like well deep and it just like looked like, I don't know, I was going to fall into some sort of bog. That's it for the sunshine for the day. The rain's back. Maybe it's because we're heading up into the forest a bit more, and maybe the clouds are getting stuck, I don't know, but it's definitely raining again. So if you've seen our Wales road trip video or the Four Waterfalls walk video, you'll know how busy the Four Waterfalls walk was. And I'm hoping that when we get to this waterfall, it's nowhere near as busy, because that was just mental. But at the end of the blue trail, you are rewarded with a waterfall, and I can hear something. And so that might be it. And I did see some people, but nowhere near as many as I saw at the Four Waterfalls walk. So I think it might just be around this corner. It's not obviously not as impressive as the one at Four Waterfalls Park, or any of the four at the Four Waterfalls Park, to be fair.
Hafren Falls.
But it's still a nice little reward for your 45-minute trek.
Hafren Forest, that's what it's called.
There you go. Expert Welshie over here.
Here's a miss, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall.
I love it. This is probably one of the best forest walks I've been on, I would say, and it's definitely a must stop on your Welsh road trip. Trust me, I've been to a lot of forests, I know this stuff.
So we are off to get some supplies before heading up into Snowdonia. I definitely need some food. I'm starving after that 6k walk. Definitely a little bit of a sandwich or something. Maybe a little cheeky Coca-Cola. Right then guys, so we've set off and literally we're about 3 minutes in, and just check this view out already. There's a horizon and then there's like another horizon. It's just, I mean, you might not be able to tell on the camera, but that is sick. And we've gone another 10 minutes and we found another. This trip is looking up.
Another viewpoint.
Another viewpoint. Check this one out, guys. Let's go. Check that out. Yeah, this trip's starting to look up, people. It's starting to look up. Let's set off again, because this trip might take ages if it carries on like this. We could be here till next week. Yeah, right, let's go. Sal says, look at the workman. I say, look at this, it's knackered.
Just pulling earlier.
It might have been some workmen, but it ain't anymore.
We are in dialogue.
Oh my god, that's got a microwave in it. Right, so I've stopped here, not for some mad scenery, but trying to figure out what this is. Is this like an old camper van, or is it an old work van? I don't know. It looks like it might have been a camper van. It's got a microwave down there. And like, yeah, that's mad, that, isn't it? It's up here in the middle of nowhere. Madness. Anyway, this journey is going to take us a long ass time at this rate, so I'm going to jump back in the van because we've not got very far. We've stopped 3 times. Okay guys, so we've pulled up in, where are we? Quay, and I've been looking on some websites and stuff, but I think I've definitely found the awesome route for tomorrow. It's about 35 miles, takes about 2 hours, and it's around Snowdon. So we're going to check that out, I think, tomorrow before we head over to, well, it's supposed to be the best campsite in Wales, but whether or not it is, I don't know. But it's supposed to be an awesome campsite that we've got booked for tomorrow. We're thinking we might go on the Alpine coaster as well tomorrow, which could be cool. But yeah, look, if you're doing a Welsh road trip, absolutely do swerve the A470. It's not worth it, it's rubbish. I saw like maybe one thing of interest on that whole drive, but the B4518 was awesome, and that was really cool. That was like driving up over the moors and stuff. The A489, that was an awesome road as well. So if you're driving up through from Hafren Forest this way, those 2 roads are pretty cool. I think then just avoid the 470 if you can. There was a B road option the other way, but obviously we chose to take the 470 because I was mistaken that it was going to be an awesome road and it wasn't. So watch your space. So we have got an awesome road for tomorrow, and I've definitely done the right research this time. After visiting our first campsite, we weren't really feeling it, so we found another one, and we found Camp Snowdon. So as I'm packing the van back into the front, I'll tell you a little bit about this site. So years ago, before we even were like actual campers, we bought a tent and we went camping with my sister and her kids, right? And we went to a campsite in Quay, and we ended up, like, we realised we didn't have any camping stuff, so we made food, and then we didn't have any cutlery, so we had to eat our beans because that's all we had, with literally like a discount card from our job, which is ridiculous, right? But that's what we had to do. And then anyway, when we pulled into this campsite, I was like, I recognise this place, I recognise it. And then we drove in through the gate and saw the river. I was like, oh no way, as if this is a place that I come with my sister. And we were like, yeah, it totally is. How mad is that? And we didn't even know that. And we just pulled in, and that was it. That's crazy, right? And that must have been like destiny, because we went to the other campsite and decided that we didn't like it and ended up here. You can have campfires here, and it's like got some old wheel rims that you can put that into, which is cool. So I'm going to get the fire on the go in a minute, and then hopefully get myself some food for watching this evening's football match. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about what we've got planned for tomorrow, because it's going to be cool. Definitely going to be cool tomorrow. Right, that's me sorted. This is like my new entertainment setup. Got the United game on my phone and a little magnetic stand. That'll do for me. Morning everybody from a wet Wales. So we've woke up this morning at 7:15 to come to Zip World. Now you can see around me it is properly wet, and we're going on the Alpine coaster, is that what you call it, or a forest coaster? I'm not really sure what you call it, but that's where we're heading now. It was debatable whether we were going to get here this morning. We were just like, oh, this rain's really bad, should we just sack it off? But at the end of the day, it's 66 quid, right? You can just can't waste 66 quid, can you, just because it's raining? And it feels like it stopped a little bit, like I'm in a t-shirt at the minute, but I think it's going to go again, because if you look up there in them clouds, it's not looking great, is it? But how you feeling about this coaster, Sal?
I'm going to be going slow. Might get braver on the second run.
Second or third?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be stuck behind no slow coaches. Right then guys, this is the last run, and then back to the campsite to get the rest of the stuff and set off, hopefully, onto the best bit of the road trip, because there's not been a sustained amazing section yet, so I reckon that's going to be today. But yeah, this is the last run on the coaster. Sal's been on, she's not used to brakes, she's loving it. Brake! You're going into the thing.
I got braked too early.
Did you?
I think so.
I think this place is mainly supposed to be for kids, but I think it's good for adults too. Well, we're just big kids. And because we don't have any kids, we don't have that excuse to bring a kid to go and do the fun stuff, so we just got to go do it anyway. But I think kids will love it, don't you?
Like that was, it's good for like all ages, and you know, you don't have to do some like terrifying treetop thing, but you can still come to Zitwells and do something fun. So that is good. And you can still go on it even if you don't like roller coasters, because I don't like roller coasters and I really liked it. To camp, these are the scenes here. Very rainy, and all that stuff is soaking. Lou is currently trying to put these chairs away because these are soaking.
I'm not putting them on the bed.
And not getting the bed wet, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, this is the joys of campervan life, I guess, guys. But you know, hopefully we can get some sun to dry these off at some point. So I'm getting soaking wet.
Oh my god.
Oh well, washing up's done. Let's get out of here.
We're all packed up and ready to go, but this weather is atrocious. All the stuff's wet, the back of the van's wet, the chairs are soaking because obviously we're knobheads and left them out all night. The table's wet, so the bags that the stuff goes in is wet. I'm getting in the van, and rather than trying to find a park up and start trying to empty the wet van, we're going to find a cafe, aren't we, Dal?
Yeah.
Right, anyway, we will touch base with you when we're back on the road because we need to go get some food. After a quick breakfast stop, it was time to hit the road again. Okay, so if you want to recreate this route, we're heading out of Quay now on the A5, and we're going to be turning left onto the A4086 with the plan of going round Snowdon, but that's like the main mountain of Snowdon, in the anti-clockwise direction. So we're going to be jumping on the A4086 and then all the way around onto Carnarvon and then back down the other side again. So yeah, I'm hoping this is a bit of sun look what we've just got here, which feels great, not gonna lie. Hopefully we can get above the clouds when we start climbing. That would be nice, and maybe get some good views. So yeah, we're about, I don't know, 2 miles off the A4086, which is apparently where it starts getting good. Right, so there's no stopping spaces on the road apart from one right at the top, which was literally full. It's like a car park, but we couldn't get in there, so we've got down near the bottom. It's still smashing it down, so I'm going to brave it. I'm going to get my hood up and I'm going to see if I can show you anything outside. Let's go. We'll see what there is. So you can see that's the road that we've just driven down, and you can see here this river flows down, which is pretty dramatic with all the sheep and stuff. We are heading south from Carnarvon, and Snowdon, or Mount Snowdon, will be on our left at some point soon. We should be able to see the tip of it if we get a bit of clarity. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, so we'll see if that actually happens or not. Sally looks like she's on a fact-finding mission, so let's see if she's found out any facts.
So if you look up from here, Snowdon, I think, is there because it's the highest mountain.
Oh, right.
From here, it's like 3,000 something feet high. But I don't know, they called it, I think they terminated this like a few years ago, like this South Station, but apparently it's the closest one to where the crow flies.
Right.
And it got shortened to Snowdon or something. So yeah, however you say that, Riddy did you.
Yeah, that's what I said. Rod you. Okay guys, stopped on the A498, right? Got to show you the view if you can even see it, because obviously it's still raining. Here we go, I'm going to make a dive for it guys, it is seriously wet out there, so
Put it out the window.
hood's going up. I'm going for it.
Oh, we're going for it.
Let's go. There we are, you can see pretty far out there, look at the waterfalls over there. Big lake down there. That's actually really good. Okay, officially a good road. We've just stopped again, literally 2 minutes around the corner, and you can see better down to that, and you should be able to see that waterfall better now as well. But I'm gonna get my camera out, get some pictures of this, I think, because it's cool. Out of today's little loop that we've just done, I'm saying that the A498 is the best one, which is the one that we're currently on now. And it's just like, I think what's good though is there's a few little, like, you know, park up stops where you can just stop and take in some of the views and that, and they are pretty breathtaking. No, they are pretty good. So there's one just up here that I'm going to pull into, and that is definitely making the cut. Okay, so I'm going to climb up this rock and show you this view behind me. Nuts. Okay, so we are back on the road, and that is the end of our little Snowdonia adventure. We are now heading to the next leg, where we're going to be finding out whether this pub that claims to have the best seaside beer is really true, and we're going to show you what we think the best campsite in all of Wales. That is on this next leg, so we should be arriving there at the beer stop in about 45 minutes. So we'll check in with you when we get to that, unless we see anything absolutely amazing on the way, and then we'll stop and show you that too, because obviously you need to see all of this to decide whether you should be coming to Wales or not. Right guys, we are in the windiest spot on earth. It feels like it is blowing us about to try and get to this pub. The pub that we're heading to won an award for having the best pint that you can have next to a beach in all of Wales. To get down to it, you've got a short 20-minute walk from the car park through the golf course. Okay, so if you've seen our Cyprus video, you'll already know that I'm not the best at golf. In fact, I'm almost terrible. But even still, I don't think I'd want to play here. It's so windy. It's like, how do you even control a ball in this? It's nuts. But it looks like quite a nice course next to the sea though, look. Nice little walk by the sea. Shame it's not a nice day, but still, on a nice day it'd be a banging walk, wouldn't it really? Okay, so we're at the bottom of the hill now, and we can see the sea. So you'd think that would mean we're getting close, but not entirely sure that's the spot. Right there. Okay, so we found it. Okay, this setting's actually awesome. Like, you can see the big rock formation over there. You've got all the boats, people swimming in the sea, where you will be on a nice day. A nice, actual proper sand, which is banging. Okay, so my review of the Cochin. The Cochin. I'll tell you what, I'm never putting the Cochin. I mean, never going to the Cochin again. It's a bit of a walk. Anyway, my review of the Cochin is, yeah, the beers were, but no. Okay, so pub review time. It was pretty good. Like, the beer was all right. Like, I had some, like, I don't know, some IPA, I can't remember what it was called. But the kitchen shuts at 4. Can you imagine that? Shuts at 4. So if you want food down there, obviously you've got to get there early. But the location was banging on the beach. Can't really beat it, to be honest. It was like its own little sort of, well, it wasn't private, but it was like a private beach. You had all the boats out there, you could easily go swimming on a nice day, but it gets well busy though. The toilets were rank. They weren't part of the main building. They were outside, so I didn't think much of them, to be honest. But I guess people use them when they're on the beach and all that sort of stuff, so you know, you've got to take it for what it is. But yeah, overall, worth the walk. Yeah, if you're going to be quick, just nip down, go do it and then do one. Not so bad. Would I stay there all day? Maybe if it was a nice day, because the beach is pretty nice. But yeah, overall, worth a little visit, and that's about it. just 30 minutes from the Cocking all the way to our new campsite, which, as I keep saying, is the best campsite in all of Wales. Hopefully the weather's going to get a little bit better. It looks like there's going to be sun tomorrow, because I've heard that there's something that you need a bit of sun for at this campsite, so hopefully that comes good. So we're more or less there now. We're just going down a farm track with cows.
Lots of big cows.
Yeah, so we've got cows in a cow shed. It's a working farm, this. So we're going up the farm track. Now people pay to come here just for the day. Can you believe that? Not even just stay the night, we're just going for the day. Unbelievable. Right then guys, we are settled down for the evening. I don't know why these have gone so droopy. But yeah, so we've settled down for the evening and we're going to show you around this campsite tomorrow because, do you know what, it's been a long day and it's time to chill. But one thing we will show you, just sneakily, is this view. Welcome to Portfigo campsite. Because this campsite was so awesome, we decided to do a whole video on it. We're going to put a link to that just at the top of the screen, and we'll link it at the end of the video because you've got to check it out. And if you're ever coming to North Wales camping, you absolutely must come to this site.
I'm going to be saying that I think Lewis might have just topped it with this campsite because he's booked a few on this trip, and to be fair, I have rebooked a couple, but I think this one might just be 10 out of 10. Well, it's definitely a 10 out of 10 view, but we'll have to let you know about the rest in a bit. But I don't think you're going to beat this one. 1 out of 6 impact.
Yeah, I know I've got my hood and my hat on and all of that, but can you imagine being here in a heat wave? It would be sick, honestly. And I'm sure there's some videos on YouTube of people being here in a heat wave, because if I knew that this place existed when there was a heat wave just recently, I definitely would have been here, no messing about.
How have I got a snail friend in here?
What? What are you on about?
Look.
What?
How did he get in here?
There. Hello. He's a big one as well.
You want to stay here or?
What is this guy doing in here? Honestly, how did he even get in here?
I don't know.
He's going to be hard to get off there because they've got really strong suckers.
It's my new friend.
What are you doing with him?
Gary. I'm going to put Gary in the hedges. It's not going to survive very long in the camper van. So, there you go. Here we have Gary's new home. He seems to really like it. He's eating, I think he might have been hungry. He's eating those leaves. That's where Gary's journey ends, I'm afraid, but he seems very happy living by the sea in this hedgerow. Bye, mate. It was nice knowing you.
Okay guys, it's time to leave this site and head back on the last stretch of this road trip. Now, we don't actually know where we're going for this middle bit, but what we do know is that we're driving down the middle of Wales, so we will see where we end up. Hopefully we get some sick scenery on the way to close out what has been an awesome trip so far, so let's get it.
We are on our way to a place called Abbera Camping. Nothing to do with the band, that's just how it sounds. I'm notoriously good, as it happens, at finding campsites which are really back to basics and clean and nice and peaceful, so I'm hoping this one's going to be good. Lewis can let you know later about that. We're setting off because we're going to a place tomorrow called Devil's Bridge, and this is about 15 minutes drive from it, so that should be the perfect. You're talking, you're rustling and crunching. Oh my god, right, it's really like back to basics, in the middle of a really scenic area in a valley, I think. So yeah, should be a nice one this, and it does allow campfires and barbecues, so we'll be having a nice little camp this evening.
Sally, opening up the gate. Can she do it? Not quite. Hey, she's in. Well, this is a rural campsite, I'll give it that. We are definitely in the middle of nowhere, and it's definitely just a field with some sheep in it, which is cool. So let's go see if we can get some hook of electric. And here's the gate expert.
He was very springy.
Was it?
You wanted quiet and farmy.
There we go, got what I wanted.
This is what you got.
For a change. Right, we've got to the campsite, and Sal is making our tea, because she's been a good wife. But we're at Abbera Camping, which is, I don't even naturally know whereabouts we are.
It's in a place called like Perigon, but I don't know if that's how you say it.
It's near where we're going, so it's 15 minutes away from Devil's Bridge, and it costs us 27 quid for the night. So we'll put a link also for this campsite down in the description. You get a fire pit with that 27 quid and you get electric, so that's cool. Other than that, Sal says the facilities are pretty decent. I've not checked them out yet, but I will obviously use those at some point. It's got a shower, all that stuff, that good stuff that you need. So yeah, it sounds like it's so far so good. Owner's properly sound as well. Told us about an awesome road that we're going to check out tomorrow, so that should be decent. Called I can't remember what he said. It's like the mountain pass, so we'll obviously show you that tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, tea time, halloumi red pepper kebabs, then we're going to get our red down and hopefully get an early start tomorrow if this one gets up. We'll see.
To head off from this little campsite now in the middle of the valley. It basically just feels like you're sitting in a little farmer's field next to some sheep. It's got a tiny little wooden hut for a shower and a toilet, which is perfect and really clean, and really actually nice to get a shower in there, so that's good. Yeah, other than that, not much to say on this one. Basically, farmer's field, little fire pits that you can hire. If you buy wood from here, they do give you them free, so that's good. And that's it. That's this campsite done.
The plan for today was to check out Devil's Bridge before setting off home via the B4574, which was recommended to us by the campsite owner. So we just paid £5 each to come around this little trail. So you get down here to see 3 old bridges. One of them was built in the 11th century, another one was built in like the 17th century, and the other one was built in 1901. I don't know why they just moved one. They just built on top of each other, weirdos. It's a 45-minute walk from those bridges down to the waterfalls and back up again. We're going to set off on that little trail now, and the rain stops, so that is also a plus. It looked good on Insta, so I'm hoping it looks good to the naked eye, but you know, you've seen those Insta versus reality posts, haven't you? So you never know. 700 steps or something like that, 675 steps, which is quite a lot in it. So I'll check in then when my ass is killing.
Stuff on like their kids, when they got there, like their kids happened.
Luckily we're under a canopy because the rain started before, but we're not getting so wet right now, which is decent. But I can hear the waterfall, guys. I can hear the waterfall. Okay, these are some steep ass stairs. That's a mountain climber.
You do what?
Mountain climber.
I know, yeah.
It's a big descent. Huh?
We'll get the lift back up.
Oh yeah, I don't think there is one. I think that might be the Devil's Bridge.
This is way scary.
I don't know about that.
Feels a bit like, whoa, when you're up here, it's literally giving me like
It is slippery.
collies.
Collie wobbles.
Yeah.
I mean, have a look down there, people. That's my foot, for context. And then the other side, that is a bit freaky. There you go. And it just like down that canyon there, or down that gorge. That gorge is pretty dramatic. No wonder it's called Devil's Bridge. It kind of looks like the devil might have lived here. It's now time to tackle the steps all the way back up so we can jump in a van and check out this mountain pass.
And it's only 327 steps back up. Easy.
Worth it. That is a telescope thing. That's not exciting, is it? I think by reading this notice board that the Devil's Bridge is actually the little 3 bridge bit. You know, with like the old bridge and medium old bridge and then the old but new bridge.
Right, now we've reached the top of there. We're going to go and see the railway. I'm not even going to try and say this, but it begins with R and it sounds something like Rodeo. Because it looks like the Harry Potter train. And then we're going to head to the mountain road. So that's going to be exciting, hopefully.
Let's go.
Let's head out, folks.
Let's go. I'm keeping that in.
Right, well, we made it to the Hogwarts Express. Obviously not really Hogwarts, but this is well good. I don't know whether you can actually go on this. I'm going to go to the shop, I think, and find out. Turns out you could get the train from here. It goes, it does actually go quite often. I didn't get the prices, but you can probably look up on the website for that. And a little bit of the timetable, but the one that went at 4 o'clock, which I was going to get on, stopped at Aberystwyth and didn't come back. Lewis didn't really fancy picking me up because it was the opposite direction, so we just left that for today, but quite good to know for the future. And they do have like return journeys like earlier in the day, so quite good really. Right, so I asked Lou to pick me a cat portrait from the gift shop. Let's see which one is picked because I haven't got a clue. Right, you can reveal it on the video.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Which one do you think it is?
Captain Mackerel. I am quite pleased it's Aussie. Right, we're heading back to the van now. I've got my chocolates from the chocolate shop. I've got some chocolate frogs. Saw my steam train. It's like a little mini Harry Potter day out. To end the day.
Okay team, we are on the mountain road. Apparently it's going to be like single file with like passing places and some amazing views going through the Elam Valley, like past all the dams and reservoirs and stuff. So let's see what this is saying, but we are climbing, so I reckon we're going to get quite high up. Considering it's a mountain road, kind of makes sense. And even though the weather was reliably wet, there was still some epic scenes. Gotta say that this road was a great recommendation from the campsite guy. Like, this, look at the scenes. Look how far you can see down that valley there. Like, on a clear day this would just be sick, but obviously it's pissing it down. But still amazing. Like, look at that.
What amazing scenes we've found. So yeah, I'm not getting out on this one because it's absolutely pouring, but stunning road so far. Half an hour and this is what we're getting, so yeah, amazing. Right, back on it.
Right guys, this is the last stop on the trip. We're at Regos Viewpoint, which is not far from home, so this feels like a good time to decide whether Wales can stack up against the legendary NC500. Well, let's run it down. The NC500 feels like a ready-made adventure. Like, the route's mapped out, the stops are clear, and the journey's got a flow that makes it almost effortless. Wales, on the other hand, asks you to do a little bit more. There's no set path. you've got to piece it together yourself. But that's also what makes it exciting. You can shape the trip to be exactly what you want it to be. And when it comes to atmosphere though, the NC500 definitely feels wilder. You're surrounded by loads of untouched landscapes and that sense of remoteness that's hard to find anywhere else in the UK, especially where we've been anyway. Wales doesn't feel quite as isolated, but what it does give you is a load of variety. You can spend one morning on a dramatic coastal cliff, the afternoon exploring some waterfalls and forests, and then end the day in a beach town with a real buzz. Something Scotland's more remote coastline can't always match. So, which one wins? Honestly, it depends on the adventure that you're looking for. If you want wilderness and solitude, Scotland's NC500, honestly, it's hard to beat, and the views are epic. But if you want a road trip packed with contrast, beaches, mountains, lively towns, then Wales might just take the crown. But either way, both are unforgettable road trips. So, let us know down in the comments which one you prefer, and if you've got this far in the video, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe, because 99% of people who watch our videos don't subscribe, believe it or not. So yeah, it'd be really valuable to us. So yeah, peace out, and we'll see you on the next one.